Well, her day job is inspiring and educating young minds in the classroom, but when she's not teaching, our next guest is an author. She writes young adult romance, clearly understanding the audience. She's released 2 books about Andy and the Extroverts, and Andy and the Summer of Something. But Jessica K. Foster's latest release brings us Virginia, a new character in the framing game. It is out right now. Jessie, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on book number 3.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about this particular story, kind of the inspiration behind it.
So this book diverges a little bit from what I had been writing previously, which is mostly fluffy summer camp romance. And this time we go to prep school in sort of a Scooby-Doo meets Gilmore Girls vibe. Okay. And it is a YA romance still, a teen romance, but now there's a side of mystery because there's somebody who's trying to get Virginia kicked out of school and she has to get to the bottom of it, and she enlists her ex-boyfriend. And then they fall in love along the way again.
There you go. Oh my goodness. I love this. Talk about the genre that you write. Obviously you're engaging with these young people. You're a middle school teacher, so this is your audience. So what inspired you to start writing these books?
You know, I think that escapism is something that sometimes is undervalued in teen books. A lot of the teen books that I read are issue driven, and they are fantastic, and they definitely have a place in the market, and I love them. But I also think that there is a place for a beach read for, you know, just escaping for a few hours into a life that is not yours, that is hilarious and funny and romantic.
I love that. I mean, and that's the truth, right? We need all different kinds of books because everyone wants to do something different when they're reading, right? Tell us about the difference of bringing this mystery side and that into these books, aside from just a fun feel-good.
You know, I still tried to keep it in the fun, feel-good vibe, but there's a lot of pressure on Virginia because she really wants to get into Yale, and she can't get the dean's letter of recommendation unless she can clear her name, especially since the dean was the one who was targeted in the graffiti caper. So she wants to be on his good side. And so weaving that mystery in there, it was a lot of how can I get my 2 main characters together and, you know, stuck in closets and have romantic tension. While they are trying to figure out the mystery. And honestly, they are the worst detectives who ever lived.
Okay.
And I wanted that to come through. But I also wanted there to be clues that at the end, when everyone figured out who it was, they were like, oh, maybe I didn't think of that, but that makes sense now.
Okay. I love that little surprise at the end. Perfect. So, so this is book number 3. What's next for you? You continually writing?
I am always writing.
Okay.
I am working with an agent right now, and we are out on submission with another project, but I don't want to say too much about it because what if I jinx it?
Yeah, don't. We want no jinxing. Yeah, that's okay.
But I plan on staying in the young adult romance vibe for, you know, as long as it still thrills me, which it still does.
That's amazing. And you teach at Zeeland schools. Do you know if your students are reading your books? Have they talked to you about it at all?
A few of my students read my books, and they have a lot of opinions, and I'm sure they do. And I welcome those opinions because they're always like, oh, I think that she should have ended up with this guy instead, or no, that makes sense. That feels right with her character. And I'm like, I'm glad you're engaging with this because I'm glad you're reading as your English teacher. So,
amen. Right? As long as they're reading, I think that is the key point here. This is awesome. I love this so much for you. Congratulations. Where can people find this book?
You can find it anywhere, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Just ask your local indie store too. They should be able to get it for you.
Perfect. And you're going to be making appearances in the next few months at different book events and things like that too, and that's all on your website. So if you want to learn more about the author, Jessica K. Foster, jessicakfoster.com. You can also follow her Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. Man, you're even on X. Good for you, girl.
All the things.
All right. We'll be right back.